So for my lesson to begin, I'm going to have students enter the gym and sit down on the blue line to take their attendance. Once everyone's here and I take attendance, I will introduce that we are going to be playing or learning about basketball defensive movements today. And we're going to start out with our warm-up. So Garrett, you can stand up. We'll stand on the blue line. We're going to go all the way to half court on this blue line. First jogging down. And then backpedal back. And we would have everyone go through the warm-up. Okay, after everyone's done with the warm-up, then I will have all the students come over and we'll go over our skills that we're going to be learning. So the first one is a defensive stance. Garrett, do you know what a defensive stance is?
Yes.
Okay. So I'd ask the students if they know what that is, and then I would give them the teaching cues that we're going to use to remember it. So we're going to have a wide base with our knees bent, feet balanced and ready, hands out and active. Yep. And then head up and eyes on the waist. And when we're playing basketball, we don't want to keep our eyes on the ball, but also on the person's waist so we know where they're going. Perfect. And then for a drop step, our cues would be knees bent, eyes up, and then this is dribbling. For our dribbling, knees bent, eyes up, finger pads, push the ball down, so we can pretend we have the ball, and then you dribble only to your waist height. Perfect. And then we also, Garrett, do you know what a drop step is?
No.
So a drop step is when you're stepping back with one foot because you're pivoting, but you're going to be dropping back and then go back. Yes. Okay, after I teach the defensive stance, I'm going to have everyone go through and shuffle their defensive stance from cone to cone. Go ahead. Perfect. So after I have the students run through their skill building activity, then I would have them go into the game or focus of the lesson. And just because it was just me and Garrett, I didn't really have him do that because it was hard to explain the game through that. But my game would be a dribbling game where you're dribbling in an open space and there's defenders and they're working on their defensive stance. The defenders are going to stand at the midline and the dribblers or the other people in the class will dribble across trying to get through the defenders without getting their ball stolen away. So they would play that, and then after that I would do my cool down, which would just be walking laps around the track after putting all the supplies away. So they'd just be walking around the gym, and during that I would have my closure where I would ask students the assessment questions, and these are just reflective questions on what they learned, how they processed it, some of the teaching cues that they remember just to check in, and then an affective question as well, how is personal responsibility related to participation in basketball. And once that's over, my instructional planning process consisted mainly of following my lesson plan and then demonstrating and asking reflective questions to the students.